guys, it's Rachel. Hope you are doing great. It's rainy day today in Korea. It's just 3 p.m. in the afternoon, but it's really dark, so it feels like it's at night. And you know, on a day like this, we self-reflect. So we're gonna think about our past mistakes. It's okay because everybody makes mistakes. Everybody is imperfect, and I'm okay, I'm still alive, but it still hurts. And whenever I do think of them, I just want to leave this universe and go to a different galaxy. Like, I'm not here anymore. But this week, it's okay because it's not about me. It's about you. Sorry, that was creepy. Today, we're gonna be talking about some of the mistakes that foreigners make in Korea, which means there is a very good chance of you making the same exact mistake tomorrow. Nah, that's an exaggeration. The day after tomorrow. So don't go anywhere, don't click away from this video. Make sure you stay till the end, because if you know about this in advance, then you'll be able to avoid those embarrassing moments. You don't have to go through the pain. And before we get into it, please give this video a big thumbs up because it helps the video a lot. Click the notification bell so that whenever I post it, you get notified right away. And I got this list of foreigner mistakes from my Patreon community, so big shout out to them. They are amazing. Okay, we said a lot of things in advance. Let's get right into it. Come on. Number 1, speaking honorifics to kids. Do you know what? I've seen this. I've seen this in real life, and that was the most awkwardest thing. Like, you know what this is. So in Korea, you guys know we have 2 ways of saying speaking in casual way and speaking in formal way, and you're supposed to speak in honorific form. You guys hear what's happening outside? What's going on? People, keep it down. When it's rainy outside, people kind of go crazy here. Can I talk, please? I know you're upset.
A few moments later.
Okay, so you're supposed to speak in a formal way if they are older than you, and somebody is in the same age as you and younger than you, you can speak casually. I'll explain what I've observed with my own 2 eyes. It was painful. I was hanging out with my friend, and my friend was a non-Korean. There was this kid on the street, and he was interacting with this kid like, oh, like, where did you get this, stuff like that. But he was speaking in the most polite way possible in Korea. But dude, the kid is 5-year-old. You're talking to him like you're talking to a professor. He was talking to him like he was talking to his father-in-law. Like, that was so awkward. And not only it made me awkward, you should see the look on the kid's face. Like, he was confused as hell. When a kid is a kid, you should treat him as a kid. Talk casually. Be nice, of course, but don't talk to him like you're talking to a professor. I asked my friend, hey, what was going on? Like, why are you talking to a kid like that? He's not in his 70s, he's just 5. And he was like, you know, I know that he's young, but I want to be polite, so I used honorific forms. I don't want to make mistakes, was what he was talking to me. And I get that. What a nice dude. I know he has the best intention. He's a very nice dude. That is why I'm friends with him. But no, that's not how you do it. Yeah, I get what he's saying, because if there are 2 ways, by choosing the safe way, he's avoiding the possible situations where he might offend other people. But you know, it doesn't really apply when the person you're talking to is a 5-year-old kid. It is true that whoever you interact with, you should talk to them in honorific form, talk to them in a formal way, respect them. But I'm just telling you, if it's a kid, then treat them like you treat a kid. In your country, you don't go up to your kid in the neighborhood and say, hello sir, is this your ball? I found this baseball in my yard. may I please return this back to you? You don't talk to him like that. Hey, is this yours? Okay, buddy, have fun. Yeah, like, be normal. Okay then, although like I understand you're coming from a very good place, and I appreciate them and respect that, but I'm also telling you that it's hella awkward. So knowing that you're a beautiful person, let me just tell you what would be appropriate. So I've thought about it. What would be an okay age that you would start treating them as a person that you should talk in honorific form? In my opinion, when he goes to the middle school, you start talking to him in honorific form, because he or she starts wearing a uniform for his middle school. Then like he has a position in the society and like he's somewhat taking a responsibility. Elementary school kids are still like kids, so that's how I would do it. I would talk to them like, 잘 왔어? 밥 먹었어? Like I wouldn't ask them, 식사하셨어요? Nah, I wouldn't. Number 2, starting to eat before the senior person at the table. Let me ask you, why would you even do that? Okay, cultural difference, I get that. Okay, then let me tell you, it's not really okay. I'm not a boomer, I promise you. I am not even born in the 50s or 60s. My parents were born in the 50s and 60s. Wait a second. Am I uptight? I really don't think so. Is there any one of you out there who think like, yeah, Rachel, who cares? Who cares who eats first at the table? I don't know. Like me, I care. And I can guarantee you that the majority of people would feel the same way. Dude, just let the old man eat first. God, hey, even if I'm eating with somebody one-on-one, still I'm paying attention to who eats first, because I really think it's not about like being cool and chill, but it is more about sharing the moment with this person. You know what I mean? Like you're there not only for the food. We're not animals. We are here to share this moment together. We are here to get to know each other better, to spend more time together because you are important to me. So rather than only focusing on the food, I'm paying attention to you more. So even if the waiter brings the food on the table, I'm not gonna be only like looking at the food and counting the minutes that I get to eat the food. I am gonna finish the conversation and hey, like why don't we start? Hey, let's get into it. It's a decent thing to do, and I think you'd understand this too. Even one-on-one situation is like that. And if it's a group setting, man, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy who eats first as soon as the food is served. What about your reputation? It's kind of embarrassing. It's not a big deal. Let me tell you, this is not a big deal and people are not gonna judge you really hard on it. But you know, like you're like Dwight in The Office. It might not be something that would offend anyone necessarily, but everyone at the table will think, what's wrong with that guy? Because I would. And I would also think, that doesn't look good. I wouldn't do that. If you're eating with somebody, you're not just there for food. You are sharing the moment. So I would recommend you to pay more attention to the other person, to the conversation, not just for the food. Number 3, trying to give tips in restaurants. Because in Korea there is no tipping culture? That's funny. Let's say you left like bills on your table and you were trying to leave the restaurant. Somebody would stop you before you leave the door. Sir, you left something on your table. Did you miss something like this? nobody would even assume that what you left on the table was a tip. Okay, but there is an exception where you do give a tip at a restaurant. Like when you go to one of those high-end restaurants, you give tips to the servers before they serve the food. You pay like 10 to 50,000 won to them, and it's like asking them to treat you even better. So the host of the table, usually if I'm treating you for dinner, I'm the one who pays the tip before they serve the food. These are my special guests. Please treat them nicely. So yeah, there we go. There is a big difference. The message here in Korea is that, oh, treat them nicely, please. And in America, it's more like, thank you for treating us nicely. Thank you for your service. So in Korea, it's before the service, not after. Number 4, receiving and giving things with one hand. Yeah, that could be pretty awkward too. If they are your professor or someone you work for, like your boss, and you're giving them your paperwork, and if you hand over them just like this, it's kind of rude. It can be considered as a rude action. Here, you're supposed to hand over things with your 2 hands and you bow a little bit like this. And even when you're doing a handshake, you don't just go up to a person and do a handshake like this. You kind of do it with your 2 hands. People would definitely understand if you only used your 1 hand because you're not from here, but we learn about this since we are very young. When I was younger, like when I was 5 or something, if I do this to my parents, then they would tell me to give this back using my 2 hands. 2 손으로 줘야지, and I would just take it again and then do this again. We do this with scissors too. If someone asks me to hand over scissors, we don't just go do this or this. You are supposed to grab this part with your 2 hands and you hand over scissors like this. This is the polite way because you're protecting them from the sharp area. This. Number 5. It would be a bit embarrassing to bow in front of everybody with your hands put together. Like this. I think I talked about this like in one of my old videos. This is not a Korean culture. This is not a Korean thing. Okay, the only 2 places I've seen this happening is one at my yoga class. Namaste. And in this case, we're not even speaking in Korean. We're speaking Indian. Namaste. And second, in temples. Buddhist monks do this. 성불하십시오. Like, be the Buddha. So technically, they're not doing a Korean thing either. So, you know, like it's when people do this in Korea, it feels awkward. You know what? When I was in New York, you have no idea how many people actually came up to me and said, "Konnichiwa, ni hao, konnichiwa, Dude, I'm from Korea." I'm not gonna assume their intention. Maybe they had a really good intention and wanted to hang out, wanted to be nice to me, and wanted to tell me something, and all they knew about Asia and Asian culture was konnichiwa and ni hao, so they said that. So their intention might have been really nice and warm, but now in this day and age, now we know it's not the nice thing to do regardless of your intention. It's not really like respecting the culture. So like this, if people did this to respect this culture, that doesn't really make a good sense, and it's awkward because what are you doing here? Why? What are you doing? So yeah, there we go. Some of the embarrassing mistakes foreigners have made in Korea. Well, I would say none of them would offend anyone in Korea. Like, even if people make mistakes, I do believe Koreans will understand them wholeheartedly, because this is about everything is coming from the cultural difference, and we know we are different. We've been living differently our whole lives. Oh my god, you this way, oh my god, you this that way, and that's so interesting. We are so different. Like, this video is all about that, so even if you have made these mistakes, don't feel bad because it's all about learning new things and having fun. Isn't it interesting? I find it really interesting. Your way and my way, and like we are making great stories together. And really, I do appreciate people who try to get to know other people, like respectfully. That's so nice. That's the nicest thing. I think clicking this video was your effort of doing so. So thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you to big shout out to my patrons who shared these amazing embarrassing stories, embarrassing mistakes, and it is actually a great community. Cheap plug, patreon.com/RachelKim. You can get a new episode every single week, and we hang out all the time on our Discord, and I actually bug my patrons way too much these days, but they have been really nice. So thank you so much, my sparkly people, cool hot people. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace out, love you, and goodbye. Oh, wait for today's sponsors. Thank you to ALLIONE for sponsoring today's episode. ALLIONE offers you the best solution for your skin, Namask Sheet Mask. They have 3 different types. You can use the Radiance Maebongsan Namask when your skin looks dry and dull. Maebongsan extract has brightening effect, and it removes your dead skin cell and blemishes. The microfiber green sheet fits perfectly onto my skin. It's so delicate and super soft. So I'm not losing any essence here. All the good ingredients are going directly deep into my skin. And you can go for the Moist Herb Namask when your skin is dry and rough. It contains 6 types of herb flowers and Omija peptide. They are great for moisturizing and soothing your skin. The sheet is made with bamboo fiber, and it effectively delivers the active ingredients into your skin. And when you want to take an extra step for your pore and wrinkle care, Charcoal Namask has got your back. Their charcoal powder tightens up the pores, and it removes dead skin cell and sebum. Also, the coconut fiber makes it really soft, and it boosts the absorption. I'm really obsessed with them. I love how they feel on my skin. They are so soft and moisturizing. Also, I like how I get to choose which type I'm gonna use for the day, depending on how I feel that day. Today, my skin feels a little bit dry, so definitely moist herb type. So yeah, I'm gonna leave all their links in the description box below, so make sure to check them out. Thank you, ALLIONE. Bye!